Hi, powerful positive manifestors. You're listening to Antara. I will be narrating this success story in my own words and not from a first-person perspective. I will also be sharing some simple yet very effective points that will help speed up your manifestation, due to which this video may be a little long, but it will also be worth your time. In case you want to read the success story, then you will find it on the official website of The Secret, and then just type manifested a beautiful relationship with my ex. So this success story is of SGC. I think she just provided the initials of her name, and so in this video we will call her SGC. And guys, if you're going through this situation, I promise her story will motivate you and teach you a lot. I am so grateful that she submitted her success story. So SGC mentions that it has been a year and a half since she and her boyfriend broke up. She said it was an unexpected breakup which shocked her and of course broke her heart. Said she was in this long distance relationship with this boy, and she was in a relationship with him for a little more than a year, and according to the girl, meaning SGC, everything in the relationship was going really good, but the boy felt opposite. So the boyfriend was like, he did not feel like the relationship was going good. After they broke up, she would cry and drink a lot, and not just that, she would also call him and text him begging him to come back into her life. She said she always knew about the law of attraction and used it to manifest many small things in her life, but every time she used the law of attraction to attract her ex back, she was unsuccessful. She read so many articles online to find out ways to get her ex back to her, and she tried every technique she possibly could. SGC also mentions that it was very hard for her to let go. Like, she was always thinking of him. If they did not talk to each other for a few weeks, or if she was drunk, she would just call or text him. Like, it was so hard for her to get his thought out of her mind and let go, and she hated doing that so much. And so later she decided and tried to take good care of herself. She also reminded herself that she is her first priority. She very well knew that she will receive the type of energy she puts out into the universe, and she tells us that all she put out into the universe was the feeling of desperation. She would literally fall asleep crying. She then realized that she needed to do something much better for herself. So she started exercising, tried meditation, gave herself positive affirmations, and she kept herself distracted. So basically, she tried everything in her power to not think about her boyfriend as much, but instead she focused on growing herself. Then SGC began feeling better about herself, and then she mentions that her ex-boyfriend reached out to her. She was of course so very happy, and she was like, yes, everything is finally getting better. And to be honest, as I was reading the success story, at this point I started feeling so happy for her, and I was like, yes, this is the end. But then I was like, oh man, this is like a really long success story, so I don't think it's the end. So let's see what happened next. So as I said, I was feeling happy at this point, but then sadly, she again started to become needy. She constantly kept getting the feeling of lack. She noticed again that she would start all the conversations with her ex-boyfriend or her boyfriend, and she displayed her desperate behavior now. But guys, she did not give up. SGC very well knew that she was hurting herself all over again, so she told herself some things like, that's it, I have been through enough and I'm not taking it anymore. She then reintroduced her to herself, and SGC reminded herself that she deserves the best. And this moment was a turning point in her life. She stopped listening to sad music, she would not look at old photos and cry, she quit thinking bad of herself, and she constantly kept reminding herself that she was and she is enough. She decided to let go, although somewhere inside her she knew that she and her boyfriend were meant to be together, but she also knew that she could stay happy even in his absence. Then comes a weekend when she was partying with her friends, and all of a sudden she saw her boyfriend there. They talked and spent the night together. She was kind of sad with herself because she was like, oh no, now all my hard work of keeping myself together is just a waste. But shortly after, she realized that they both had a very good time with each other. Like always, they also have an amazing chemistry with each other. So she decided to just be happy about it. And then just one day before he left, they talked to each other that they couldn't continue having the same life with each other like they used to have before. And there has to be some decision made for their relationship. So they both decided to think about it and discuss about this matter later. When she was thinking about this relationship of theirs, she very well knew that she loved him so much and she wanted to live with him. But then, she had this confusion, like, is it a right decision? Because she did not want to be or look like a desperate and needy girl like she was. But as she was thinking all this, she totally stopped. She did not want to think about all this at all. And then she said very loudly that she deserves the best. She deserves someone who loves and decides to be with her. I'm going to say her affirmations to you right now if you are going through a similar situation. You deserve the best. You deserve someone who loves you and wants to be with you. You deserve all the love in this entire universe. Trust me, you really deserve it. And that same evening, she texted him a very long message telling him why she thinks their relationship would work. But she also told him that she will not force him to be in this relationship with her. She said she wanted him to be happy, and at the same time, she wanted someone who wanted her. Okay guys, when her ex-boyfriend saw the message she sent him, he replied that he also wants to be in a relationship with her. She is now in a great, loving and positive relationship with her boyfriend. They are very happy with each other and they have great communication going on. She is so thankful for each other and their journey, even though it took some time, but it worked out, right? She tells us that learning to love herself was the best and the most important decision she had ever taken. Lastly, she mentions how important it is to keep ourselves happy and know that we deserve the best. I can't express how happy I'm actually feeling for them. She is such a strong person. She did not give up on herself or her relationship. Rather, she tried changing herself for the best. I mean, at one point she did give up on her relationship, but that's not called giving up. That's called letting go, right? I am so glad that she realized how important self-love actually is, and I'm so very proud of her that she even took the effort to practice self-love. She was absolutely right. She deserves the best, and so do any of you who are going through such a similar situation. What we should notice here is that every time she got desperate, her manifestation was delayed. It only took longer for her desire to come into fruition. So until you don't let go, my dear, you may take a very long time to fulfill your desire. The other thing that is extremely important is that every time you think about your ex, think only of the good times you guys spent together. Especially if you're looking to attract that person. Because for example, if you think bad about your ex, you're basically sending your partner negative vibrations, right? And so that person will also be compelled to think negative about you. There are other things that you guys can do which will definitely help, like keeping yourself busy. If you like cooking, do that. Studying or researching, whatever, learning a new language, working out, learning some new skills. Do everything for yourself right now that you have been doing for that person for so long. There are often times we say we love someone and we just pour our hearts into taking care of them, pampering them, etc., but we don't do the same for us. So now it's time, and in fact the whole life, even after you've attracted your ex, that's something you really need to know. Even if you're married or whatever it is, take care of yourself, pamper yourself. That's not called being selfish. You need to love yourself first, and that's when you can actually share love, right? So pamper yourself, give yourself positive affirmations. I promise affirmations work like magic, but remember to feel good when you listen to those affirmations. Feel like your wish is already granted. Feel like you have it with you this moment, whatever you desire. Because remember, everything that you have a burning desire for is realistic. It's possible. Also, if you would like to try it out, I have a playlist where I upload affirmations in English with 13 ways in them. Try to listen to it for at least twice a day or so for best results. And since this is attracting your ex video, I would recommend you to try out my self-love affirmation. Like, you can listen to them, to those affirmations while you wake up in the morning and right before you are sleepy, and in between if you would like. But do not listen to those affirmations while you drive, because when you drive, you have to focus on the road. And yes, my affirmations also work when you listen to them in your sleep, but I recommend to listen when you're awake, because you can give those positive, happy feelings to those affirmations. Earphones are recommended, and once you are successful at manifesting, please do share it with me, as I love reading and hearing success stories, because it motivates me to hang in there. And if you would like, I would feature your success story on my channel. I hope you felt motivated, and please continue to feel motivated. The reason I upload these real life success stories is to keep myself and everyone motivated. Every time I make these videos, I get into a high vibration. I really want everyone to know about the law of attraction so that all of us can manifest the life of our dreams without having to house negative feelings like jealousy or anger for one another, etc.